The rainy season indeed is here, and the Lagos State government has predicted that this year's rainfall is expected to commence at Lagos Island by the first week of April. The State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tunji Bello, announced this during a press conference at Alausa Ikeja. He says the maximum annual rainfall is predicted to be 1,750 millimeters.
Lagos is a city virtually surrounded by water. With a coastline of about 180 kilometers, it is prone to seasonal flooding. The state government is aware of the adverse effects that come with flooding, and so the Ministry of Environment and Water Resources briefs on the 2022 rainfall prediction, with Lagos Island expected to have a total of 1,627 millimeters of rainfall.
The rainfall prediction for Lagos this year is a normal rainfall amount. However, the rainfall from neighboring Ogun and Osun states, the dams, releases, and rivers flowing to the state will also be monitored. Ikeja is expected to have a rainfall onset from 17th of March, which is expected to end on the 3rd of December, with a total amount of 1,392 mm, as specifically highlighted by NIMET. The predicted onset and cessation and rainfall amount of 2022 is similar to the prediction for 2021. And the implication is that we are anticipating a rain pattern of high intensity and frequency similar to that of 2021. Lagos Island is expected to have a rainfall onset from the 6th of April, and which is expected to end by 30th of November. However, the seasonal climate prediction for Lagos State generally signifies that the onset dates range from 17th of March, which we have passed, and up till, that's the earliest date, and up to the 6th of April. That is when the rain is expected to begin. So by 6th of April, officially, rain will have started. And we are expecting the rain to end around between 30th of November and 5th of December of this year. It is also expected that the recent increasing frequency of extreme weather events will continue in 2022, with days of extremely high rainfall amount, which may result in flooding. We call for caution as strong winds are expected during the onset and cessation of every rainfall, just as envisaged harmattan are predicted, which may cause reduction in visibility and bring about flight disruption and loss of revenue. We are past the harmattan stage now. However, gentlemen of the press, it should be noted that the construction of our network of weather stations has commenced and will soon reach completion stage. This will assist us to monitor the weather in our state, as well as increase our preparedness for weather-related issues. Towards ensuring a flood-free and hygienic environment in the state, the Ministry has embarked on an all-year-round drainage maintenance for effective and efficient flood control, in addition to an efficient, sustainable solid waste management system. In the same vein, we are determined to maintain the long-established synergy and partnership with Ogun-Osun River Basin Authority, which has ensured control and monitoring of the steady and systemic release of water from Oyon Dam to prevent flooding of the downstream reaches of Ogun River.
Plastic waste is a major challenge, often hindering the free flow of water across the drainage channel. And the State Waste Management Authority says it will continue to educate the general public on proper waste disposal, while the clearing of drainage networks will be a regular exercise.
All our organized estates in Lagos are mandated to separate their waste from source, and private organizations as well. So we started seeing a lot of news even before that. We have one of our closest estates, the Magodo Phase 2, will be predicted to be the first estate to achieve a recycling certification before the end of next week. Because they take a bold step to call all the residents and say, we are going to go to 2 bin system. in Magodo. We are going to ensure that all our wastes are separated from every household, and there will be zero tolerance on plastic in that community. So all these are attributed to the Ministry of Environment-led initiated plastic policy that we have in the states, and we want to assure everyone, our residents, that that is the way to go for us. We have our sister agency in ASEPA that will also be helping with advocacy and awareness. They will continue doing that while we are providing the operational support in Loma to the plastic policy. And I want to assure you that we are currently doing an advocacy program at Call 57 LG and LCDA in Lagos. Today we were in our 15 and 16, which is Muso Okunola and Ayobo. And we continue to talk to them about plastic waste, separation of waste from source, drainages, market issues that they asked as well. We started to address that and ask the market leaders and the market masters to ensure that the right decision and right steps are being taken.
Another major concern is the expected increase in sea level, which will affect low-lying areas.
It's a known fact that Lagos is basically low-lying, and several areas are below sea level. So if and when one climate change prediction is a sea level rise, and another 50, 60 years from now, the sea level would have risen by 2.1 meters. And by direct inference, a large part of the low-lying areas will be submerged. So the state government is in the process of properly predicting through engineering studies this impact and which areas are likely to be affected and what are the mitigation measures to be put in place. We shouldn't wait for the sea level to rise before we start implementing the solution. We need to really be proactive, futuristic, and put in place necessary procedures and processes to be able to make sure that we are ready and able to sustain the development that are already the low-lying areas.
Agility and advocacy. These are low-lying areas where you're not supposed to build. So if you find yourself there, you go to build and you're just wasting your money. Everybody must be a police officer. Not police officer, wearing uniforms, but policing the environment. And the lawbreakers are not uneducated people. We have some educated people, managers that will leave their house by 5 a.m. and load their boots with refuse, only to go and drop it by the roadside and then go to work. That's what they do. They do it when the streets are still empty. These are well-educated people. So we need coordinated efforts. Symbiotic relationship, everybody hand be on the plow to be able to deal with this. Otherwise, as the population of Lagos rises, you will have more refuse, you have more people, you will have more violation of these things that we are talking about here. So everybody should be a partaker in this business of making Lagos a livable city. There's no doubt about it. People will continue to come here because this is where the economy is. This is Lagos, where things are happening.
Government is also appealing to residents to clean up their surrounding to lessen the effect of flooding from blocked drainage networks.